Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is November 13, 2019. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. All right, today we have the S&P 500 E-mini futures lower by 8.5 points to 30.83 and a quarter per contract. You're going to see that the futures were much lower. This was on the back of some news by the Wall Street Journal saying that tariffs and such may not be reduced before a phase one deal is announced. You can check out the news for yourself. Either way, we're due for a little bit of a pullback, some backing and filling, and that's what we're getting. So we'll see what the market does today. We'll see how it plays out. Yesterday, the market started off a little bit weak, but with the light volume, they were able to come back. So we'll see how that goes. We did have October CPI come in at 0.4% versus 0.3%. I don't know if you want to make too much out of it. Fed Chairman Powell is going to give his semi-annual testimony on monetary policy on Capitol Hill today. I think that's a two-day event. That is usually what we used to call the old Humphrey Hawkins testimony. So, again, that will occur, I believe, at 10 o'clock this morning. So everybody will be watching Fed Chairman Powell testify in front of the politicians. And I'm not sure he's going to say anything that will move markets, but we'll see what it does. In the meantime, we have lots of stocks in the news. That's where we're going to try to focus and make some money. So let's get started here with the first one, Skyworks Solutions. SWKS is the ticker symbol. Stock right now is trading at 96.04, closed at 101.59. So good little haircut there. There looks to be a very good level on a daily chart with a gap around $90 or just above it. So again, keep that on the radar today. I'm not sure if it's going to get down there right now. When you look at the stock, it's only trading down around 96.04. But anytime you have a semiconductor like this, it can move big. So we'll see how it plays out. And we'll look at this one once the opening bell rings. But you got that nice gap window. If price comes right into that, that probably gives us a scalp bounce. Next up, I want to take a look at ADT. ADT right now trading at 809. Looks like this closed at 771. So you got a little bit of a pop here. Again, this can go to around 835, 836. I don't think it goes much higher than that, though. So keep that on the radar. Next up, we want to take a look at CSIQ, which I believe is Canadian Solar. Stock right now is trading at $16. It closed at $17.51. Has come back off its worst levels, though. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm not seeing a lot of downside action in this name right now. But, hey, you never know. We'll see what it does once the opening bell rings. Let's take a look at 2U. TWOU is the ticker symbol here. Stock is trading at $25.51, closed at $22.69. So you got a good little uptick there. So we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it gets up to that 26.5 level again. It's kind of where it went in the after hours yesterday. After that, though, I mean, it has a huge gap on the charts. I'm going to roll this all the way back. So, I mean, you have a long way to go before you actually fill the gap from the decline. But the stock's holding up nicely today. So we'll give it this a minor benefit of the doubt for now, and we'll see what it does once the opening bell rings. Next up, I want to take a look at a cannabis name, Tilray. They reported earnings. Stock is getting hit a little bit, closed at $21.57, now trading at around 21.15. It actually was lower, came back a little bit. So we'll see if that can get some footing. Again, Tilray is testing its $20 area, and that's a very, very important level if you take a look down here. Big psychological number. So again, that stock is coming back a little bit off the lows. Was below the was trading around 20.50 earlier. Now back to 21.15. That could also affect the other cannabis names. So you're going to keep an eye on Kronos. Full disclosure, I own call options in Kronos. And then you also want to take a look at CGC, which is Canopy Growth. That's another one that could be in play in sympathy to Tilray. Next up, I want to take a look at Datadog. DDOG is the ticker symbol here. Stock right now is trading at $38.78. Closed yesterday at $34.40. So this is a new issue. If you take a look at the daily chart, this is one of those cloud computing stocks that really was hit hard back in October, but it's made quite a comeback. And today, trading up all the way up to around that $38.72 level. That's a pretty impressive move. I don't know where this wants to go, to be honest. It's just not a lot of data, enough data, I should say, for me on the chart to really do much with it. But a nice little pop there. That could help some of the other cloud stocks. Let's take a look at Energizer. ENR is the ticker symbol here. Stock is catching a good little bid. Closed at $42. Now trading at $44.16. So good little pop there as well. Let's go to Canada Goose. GOOS. This stock is trading at 41.50, closed at 39.04. Good little pop there for Canada Goose. Again, it's not really making a move that's substantial enough for me to do much with. But when I looked at the math behind this, this could work its way up to the 44.50 level. So we'll keep that on the radar as potential upside target. Let's take a look at another one here, VIPS. VIP Shop getting hit today. This closed at 12.02, now trading at 11.40. When I did the math on this, I don't see any real major support on this thing till $10. You're going to see that you got a little gap window there. And then there's another level, mathematical level, right around 9.20. So keep that on the radar today, and we'll see how that plays out. Looking over at the gold market, gold futures today, what can you say? They're up about $10.30 at the moment. Right now trading at $14.64 and change. So gold getting a little bit of a bid. Again, when the markets go down, gold usually goes up. And again, gold has been trending a little bit lower on the daily chart, but ultimately really not a big downdraft whatsoever today. It is catching a good little bid. Let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil looks to be lower by about 31 cents, trading at 56.49. When I look at the intraday crude chart right now, I don't want to make too much out of it. The pattern is still in place to go a little bit higher, but it may not do that right away. So we'll see how this shakes out once the opening bell rings. We'll be looking at crude oil as well. And once again, if you have not done so, come on over. Check out the live day trading room. Trade right alongside of us. We're having a great 2019, looking to keep that going into the end of the year. With that being said, everybody, I will see you all a little bit later on the charts.